Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
So just overall thoughts on the game today?
I thought we played like a young team. We had spurts where we were okay, but we had other spurts where we weren't very good at all. Threw the ball, just point blank threw it to the other team way too many times. Didn't get quality shots, or actually we got good shots, we just didn't make them at times where we needed to. We hung in there. Again, under 5-minute media timeout, and we're down 5. It's a ball game, but credit to Parkside. They have a far more experienced team, and it showed when it needed to. They made some good plays. It seemed like every time we got it down to 4 or 6 points and could really cut it into make it a ball game, they answered pretty quickly. And the disappointing thing for me is I thought we gave them opportunities to build a cushion, and that just can't happen. So,
how do you overcome when a team keeps extinguishing the life out of you when you get within 4 points or 5 points?
It's a good question. You overcome it with not getting rattled, and we're still young and still learning through things. This team has demonstrated in the first half of the season that we can obviously play with anybody. We've also demonstrated that getting over the hump and getting a 4-point deficit turning into a 4-point lead has been really challenging for us. We struggle to put consistent runs together, and basketball is a game of runs, and we'll score, but rarely do we get 2, 3, 4 possessions in a row where we'll score. We seem to score 1, take a couple off, maybe score 2, take 3 or 4 off, and we just have to get more consistent on that way.
Knowing that this was a team that could shoot, what adjustments did you make coming out in the second half?
We tried to do just a better job of rotating on their ball screens. We struggled with that rotation in the first half, even though we went over it numerous times on Sunday and then again this morning. Thought we did well on that. Credit to Parkside. They made shots when they needed to. Some of them were challenging. Some of them were, they just made us over-rotate, and they stepped up and made them. So often the game of basketball is about who's going to make the shots. I thought we had a lot of quality shots from the perimeter, but we just didn't step up and make them. Our 3 key perimeter guys were, I think, 3 for 12. Credit for Jake Wilson. He struggled from the field this year, and he came in and got a hot hand and made the game close again. So we'll just keep on trying to find the pieces, try to get a little bit more consistency out of our guys, and eventually we'll put this thing into a winning season.
It seemed like you guys handled their full court press pretty well. What were some of the other things that you liked tonight?
Well, we rebounded well, and we did not rebound particularly well on Saturday against St. Cloud. So we rebounded well. We handled the game in that we made it. It was always a manageable game. I thought they tried to deliver a knockout punch several times where they could get a 12-point lead into a 20-point lead, and that never really happened. I thought we got it down to 4 or 6 numerous times. I want to say 3, 4 times where we got it down to where we could have maybe taken a lead. But to their credit, they made the plays when we need to, and we couldn't string a solid enough run together. So I like the resiliency of this team. We just have to continue to work on getting better and continue to build to where this resiliency can become some consistency, and that's hopefully what we can get done this season.
What's the message to your guys heading into the break now?
Well, the break right now is coming at a good time. We are, as has been stated numerous times, we're incredibly young, and it's probably a good time for these guys to go home and just get away from it a little bit. They've played a lot of basketball. This is a huge adjustment from high school basketball. Not only the time and the hours, but just the amount of months that we've been doing this already. So it'll be good for them to get away from it. And sometimes when you can step away and kind of evaluate things from a distance and then get back into the fire when we come back on the 27th, hopefully we'll have a renewed understanding. I think the guys have a great purpose and a great desire to be good. But sometimes you can try as much as you want. If you don't really understand and things are moving a little quicker than you can react, that gets to be tough. And hopefully when we step away and then come back, it can be a little bit more clearer for them.